seen it. I said, how could I not?
I just had total fear.
The fern flew up out of the pot and landed on my feet.
In 1891, Matilda Wind, she was an Indian, and the government gave her the property. His first wife died of tuberculosis. He must have passed in 1931. There was an infant that died.
I feel threatened.
If someone were going to commit suicide, they would go somewhere like to the barn or out in the fields.
Never again will I stay in that house or even come back and set foot over there. He said, that's the most haunted damn house you've ever been in.
While viewing our investigations, we recommend using headphones so that you can hear some of the low audio sounds recorded during the investigation. We also recommend that you watch our investigations in a dark area, due to the fact that light glare on a screen can cause you to miss some of the details and intricate things that happen during the investigation. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. This is Matthew Morrison with Pale Horse Investigations. In this investigation, we traveled to our house just outside Miami, Oklahoma, or as the locals like to call it, Miami, Oklahoma. The clients actually came to my office looking for help. They said they had these spirit photos that they could not explain. So after looking at the photos and listening to the stories, I knew I had to check it out. Property was first sold to Matilda Wind, a Native American. She was given the property in 1891. There's been many owners since then. The current owner, Sonia, said they've had really strange activity, such as a fern being thrown across the living room, couch cushions being thrown across the living room, dining room chairs moving all the way from the dining room into the living room. She says that she doesn't feel that the presence is evil, but she does feel that there is a family haunting this residence. She believes that it could be one of the previous owners. In one of the photographs she showed me, we can see and make out a mother, possibly two boys, and a daughter. She claims that there is multiple spirits in the home. How many, she isn't sure. She did tell us though that one of the spirits is evil. So we're trying to make contact in this investigation to see if we can contact the family that's haunting the residence. Also, one of the individuals in the home committed suicide by shotgun, but Sonia thinks that it might have been more than just suicide because there is buried treasure on the property. To this day, no one has found the buried treasure. The following is our investigation. We hope you enjoy. We start out with this investigation showing you guys the possible spirit photography that Steve captured within the house. Steve says that he sees what he believes is the grandfather of the family peeking in from the left side of the doorway. In this photo, we see what Steve believes to be a grandmother, staring down, possibly talking to her grandchild. You can clearly make out the white hair. In this photo, you can see what appears to be a family in late period dress, possibly their Sunday best, posing for a photo in the kitchen. Now we leave this up to the viewer's discretion. It's possible that all we're seeing is shapes, but with the stories that you're about to hear, it does make you wonder. Is there any known history of the surroundings that you know about?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Someone passed away, apparently shot himself in the living room. There was a lot of children that lived here through the years, and yeah.
Do you think possibly
some of them have passed away here? Yeah. I would, like be sitting in there and I could see like shadows passing, but when you go to look, there wasn't anything there. And I'm sleeping and I have this nightmare, and it was pretty bad. I mean, I felt like I was elevated off.
Now you said you felt like you were on the ceiling.
I was.
Okay. Could you see your body on the bed, or?
I'll tell you what I saw. Okay. I saw the light right in front of me, the light fixture right in front of me. I could see the blanket where I had a hold of it, and I was trying to pull loose. And when I did, it was like a slingshot. I just had total fear, like
fight or flight.
It was. Yeah. I was scared to death. I just woke up in the hallway. Yeah, after the sling feeling of being. I was in the hallway. Okay. So that freaked me out. I got right on a phone, called them. They're like, well, go sleep in our room. You've never been there by yourself. I think it was about a month and a half maybe. I was in that bedroom. Yeah. And because I was with my niece and she was sleeping out here on this couch. And so I went to bed in there and the cat was in there. I had a nightmare, and a dream. It was more like a nightmare, and it was like this cat was up on me, and it was in my face, and it was attacking me. Gotcha. And it was horrifying looking, like it was dead. I heard screaming outside. Yeah. It sounded like it was outside. Just faint screams, top of their voice. So I come out here to see if Kate was outside. Yeah. She's sound asleep. I think it is happening more here lately. And I don't know what to contribute to. Maybe the lightning storm. Brother was over here and there was an incident out by the shed.
Yeah, I know about the guy in the barn. Well, he messed with me before. About 7 years ago?
Yeah, when we first met.
They had some metal out here and I was going to haul it off for them. And we borrowed a friend of ours' trailer, me and my brother John, from Joplin. We came over here, and we put the metal on a trailer, hauled it off, took a load in. We moved the stuff out of the way so we could drive through the breezeway of the barn and load up again. We come back, all the stuff that we moved was back. My brother John said, Sonia, did you come out here and move anything? And Sonia said, no, I've been here cooking. And John said, I hear my mama calling and I gotta go. He jumped in his truck and he left, didn't he? He never came back. I looked up over there. That woman died. And another guy died in the garage. He got killed himself with smoke?
The old lady hung herself.
But here, a guy shot himself. And that's what it says in the deed extracts thing. I was making the bed in there just to be nice. Because she works, and I'm retired. So I made the bed, and I would come in here to get me a Budweiser out of the refrigerator. And I walked back in there. All that work was for nothing. Because it was all yanked off the bed on the floor, and the pillows were standing up. Like that, the big pillows. And the little pillows was in front of them. And this fern, right here. When I first come over here, it was over there. The fern flew up out of the pot and landed on my feet. And I said, what'd I say? Sonia? Sonia? And then the other day I got hit in the head by one of them. I said, where in the F is my money? Because we was going to the casino and she was out here. And a quarter bounced off the back of my head. And there's no one in this house but me and her. Yeah. And she's out here by the back door of the kitchen. And I'm straight shot back to the bedroom door, and a quarter hit me in the head and bounced off the door and hit the side of my dresser. Skin all tightened up on me again. I said, forget the money. I ran out of the house. I said, hey, I just got hit in the head with a quarter.
Yes, it was showing you where the money was at, huh?
Right. He's a wise guy. Yeah. Bounced the quarter up and hit me hard enough that the quarter made a knot in my head. 3:36 in the morning. This is the first night. 3:36, I wake up. I come in here because I don't want to disturb her. She's got to get up and work tomorrow.
Yeah.
She works 9s usually. So I sit down on the couch and I turn on the TV. And I seen something moving in this kitchen. Okay? Yeah. My dog was with me. Pook. I know it wasn't a dog. The cat was outside. Been outside ever since we went and shut down for the night. I'm thinking, you know what? I did all the gazinches and all that and got it down there to the camera and put it on 10 flashes. And I said, Pookie, you know better than that. And I brought the camera up. You're a bad girl. And I said, Brah! Got him. First I got her. Then I got him. Then we're right next to each other. Just minutes apart. Those are the two. The guy peeking around the corner there. And the old woman.
Events more frequent in certain times of the day.
From 3 o'clock in the morning, 2:35, 2:30, to 4 o'clock. Okay. After that, they go away.
You're good.
Okay, this couch cushion over here was over here, and that corner couch cushion was in the dining room along with one of the pillows.
How long has the family lived at this residence?
Since about 1977, my parents bought the property. I've got familiar with the names of all the previous occupants.
So, can you run through some of those while we're here?
It looks like let's see here, my notes really aren't that good. In 1891, Matilda Wind, she was an Indian and the government gave her the property. And her Indian name was Nipsey Qua, and her name was maiden name was King Wind. And then from there, it went to Newton Spence Ellenbarger and Lula Ellenbarger. But Lula was Newton's second wife. His first wife died of tuberculosis, and so he must have remarried. And from there, it went to an exchange and trust company in 1922. Then it went back to Newton in 1924. So I don't know if maybe he took a loan out on the property, possibly. And then they divorced. In 1931. He must have passed in 1931, and from what I looked up, he had 11 kids. Lula Ellenbarger, that was his ex-wife. Oh, this was with the will. Irene Ellenbarger, his daughter. Junior Ellenbarger was a son. Lola Ellenbarger, the granddaughter, and Margaret was the daughter. But there was 11 kids altogether. There was an infant that died, birth, I guess. He supposedly committed suicide, but I think he actually was murdered because I don't believe that someone would commit suicide in a living room and then let his school-age children come home to find him with his head blown off. If we're going to commit suicide, they would go somewhere like to the barn or out in the field, somewhere where his kids aren't going to find that mess. So. Yeah. Supposedly a treasure buried on the property somewhere, and I'm thinking that he was murdered for this treasure. There's an Indian, and a lot of these people are buried in the Ottawa Indian Cemetery, which is like maybe a mile and a half down the road.
Yeah, it's just down the road to the right.
So a lot of the people were definitely buried in that cemetery.
From here?
There was a wagon trail that ran through the property down that way, too. I used to live in the blue house across the driveway. And I saw a man sitting in my bedroom on the nightstand. But that's about the only thing that's ever happened to me over there. Okay. Most of it's over here.
Well, I seen Sandy die over there.
Yeah, but that was like long before that. That was back in the 90s.
Okay, well, she died in the living room. Sandy died right there. I was right there on the front porch when she passed away. He come up here from Lake of the Ozarks and stayed the night in that house, and he said, never again will I stay in that house or even come back and set foot over there. He said, that's the most haunted damn house he'd ever been in.
Parents, they saw, nothing major like been going on for the past several years, but it was mainly like knocks at the door, nobody there, hearing children like laughing and giggling like they're in a birthday party in that back bedroom. And they were sitting here. I used to live right across the street, and they lived here. And they were both smokers, and they ran out of cigarettes and were waiting for me to get up to get a cigarette off me. And there used to be a wood stove right here. And they were sitting here, so nobody was smoking because nobody has a cigarette, but there was a cloud of smoke that traveled across the wall and went in. I think she said it went into the stove. The stove wasn't going, it was off.
Yeah.
But it kind of went out the chimney. First thing I remember is I like peppermint tea, so I mowed it down, so I don't have peppermint plants anymore. But
sorry.
But I used to, dry the leaves. You put newspaper on the table and spread it out, let it dry out. And I went to Joplin and came back, and it was like piled together in a donut shape instead of being all across the whole table.
I wasn't.
So it was like a ring.
So it was like a ring, yeah.
Yeah, a circle. And I wasn't here.
Oh, I get a more protective sense out of it instead of I want you to leave kind of thing. So I just always felt it was more protective of me. Whenever I brought my old boyfriend here, I know that he saw an old man sitting on the porch in overalls in the front porch. Chairs here, they were really heavy.
Yeah, we were both in bed asleep.
Not asleep.
Well, we were watching TV. I'm like, what the hell? There's someone in there. I said, you go that way and I'll go this way. As soon as you come out, I'll come out with you. We'll catch them. Come running out there, and all the chairs were gone. Somebody said, "You're in here." Ah!
Yeah, that would have freaked me out too.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Kate seen a pillow fly up in the air and flip and land, and she said, "Did you see that shit?" I said, "How could I miss it?"
Yeah, Kate popped in my head first and said Elizabeth. I was going to say Elizabeth, but then Kate popped in my head first.
She ran out of the house. She said, "Your house is a creepy house, and I ain't never coming back in there." So he took her all the way back into Joplin at 3 a.m.
And as they were leaving, the lights
He said the lights were blinking all in your house. But I didn't see no lights blinking.
They were
Of course,
asleep.
we went to bed. Badger King was her grandfather.
The daughter of the guy that shot himself. She came and visited back in 2004. And when her mother and father both died, she said that different people in the community helped to take care of them, raise them. And she had mentioned, and I didn't even say anything about it, she said Nanny King was one of the people
that's your grandma
that helped raise her, and that's my great-grandma.
Now,
I'd like to know why they haven't passed on yet, because that's like a big old family.
And it's a long time, too.
I'd like them to leave me alone.
But there's got to be and they look like nice people.
Some of our first evidence that we captured was an odd camera glitch. You'll see in the following footage that the lights on the camera were fading in and out, almost pulsating.
Shot off around the corner.
Why is it flickering like that?
Her phone's aiming at it.
I don't know.
During this investigation, all parties left the house. The owners ended up going to a casino to give my wife and I some time to investigate. During that time, my wife and I also had to leave to go help a friend in need. While the house was vacant, the odd camera glitches continued. I also included an 8 times speed on the lighting glitch. As you can see, over the course of around an hour, the lights fluctuated almost the whole time. Okay, so we have decided that it was the phone causing the EMF to go off, unfortunately. So we have Kingsha bells here, and hopefully I can ring them correctly. And we're going to try and see if this sets you guys off. We want to get to know you. Is there anyone here? Heard you moved threw that fern at somebody. Did you throw that fern at Steve? Or you throw that fern at me? You do that? Newton, do you get pretty mad? Uh-oh. In this next footage, we decided to use the ghost box and use the ethics method. It was very interesting because we got some really weird, interesting answers to some of the questions that was asked by Sonia. At one point, it even said my name, which I thought was very odd. We believe one of the spirits in the house was a previous owner who committed suicide. Sonia, however, believes that it wasn't suicide and that he was murdered for the buried treasure on the property. To this day, the buried treasure has still not been found. So we're doing the ethics method with our new ghost box. This is where I blindfold myself as well as have headphones in. So our clients here are going to be asking questions and I won't be able to see or hear them. I will be simply responding to what I hear through the ghost box. It is 2:36 a.m. Okay, I am scanning.
Why have you not passed?
The trust. Glad to see me.
I'm very glad to see you. Can you present yourself? Where did you put the camera at?
Get help.
Get help. Is Newton Ellenberger in the house? Are you the one that's wanting to be forgiven?
No. I was no like a kid.
What's your name, little one?
Did you drown in the pond? Huh?
Why are you still here?
Shelter.
Just for a place to stay, huh?
Our condition. Over. Matthew. What are you waiting? You listen.
What do you think about Steve?
Late. She likes.
What do I think about Steve? She likes. I like you. So. Yeah, I like Steve. Do you like Steve?
How long you been dead? How many years have you been in the ground?
We've dead.
How many years?
Mucho cinco. Now you know.
How many people are here with you? How many spirits?
12.
Well, how many children are there?
70. Maybe.
70. That's a lot of children. Why are you not moving on?
Something about soul.
Well, your soul can go to heaven. You need to move on.
I guess.
You guess. It's better in heaven.
2.
Are you wanting to stay here and not pass on?
No.
Then why are you not going to the light? Were you murdered for the treasure? Okay, so come over here and make this little light go out so I know you're actually
drunk?
talking to me.
No. Capture.
Is it money in the barn?
Hey, do you know where the money's at?
Assaulted. It's August.
August. And you were assaulted in August?
For some reason.
Did it have to do with the treasure? Did somebody assault you for the treasure?
Different answer. Also, Oklahoma.
What about your
It's
life?
Johnson.
What's the first name? Because Johnson is a last name, and that could be a woman or a man. What's your first name? Are you a woman?
Holland.
Holland Johnson? Well, you're not a name on the deed. Who are you?
You made it better.
Did you hear that?
Oh, that's not his wife.
She's asleep.
Go see if she's asleep.
That sounded like it comes from outside anyway.
That's not like the door.
Do we get anything?
Well, it was kind of interesting, but I was actually asking questions based on words that you were saying. So that there was
I heard my name once. That was weird.
Yeah, there was a Matthew, and I can't see, it's dark. There was actually two names. Holland Johnson was one of them.
Yeah.
And
Something about a knife.
yeah, I didn't get that because that one guy was shot with a shotgun.
Right? That's what I was thinking. I was like, knife? What?
In the following audio, I believe that the ghost answered Steve when he asked, "What's its name?" If you have headphones in, you might be able to just faintly hear the name Timmy. It's interesting because it appears that Steve replied and somehow heard the answer, but he didn't say anything at the time, and I believe he actually did not hear the EVP.
Huh?
In this next audio, I don't have video to go along with it because we were hoping to just get some EVPs, or electronic voice phenomenon. But the ghost ended up answering using the EMF meter, a K2 meter to be exact, instead of answering with audio. In the audio, you will hear some of the answers that it appeared to give using the EMF detector. If you can, focus your energy on this. Come by and light it up a little bit for us. We want to say hi. Oh.
Wow.
Hi.
Hi.
What the hell?
Are you Grandma? The picture of Grandma?
There's one of the kids.
Are you Grandpa?
Sneaky boy.
Yeah,
Oh.
Grandpa, the trickster. You like to play tricks on people, don't you? Yep.
Wow, thanks. Thanks for that.
What'd I tell you?
Man, why couldn't that have been on video?
That's Grandpa. I knew it was Grandpa. Hi, Grandpa.
The following footage is what we captured using thermal imaging. Anyone in the bathroom hanging out? Ooh, what are you? Hello? Are you there? Can you move for me? Move to the left. You're right. That's the toilet. That's the door. What is that? Is that a hand? What's that on the wall? I got the thermals. This is the angle I was standing at.
goosebumps. So I actually swung a couple punches because he was close.
We hope you enjoyed our investigation, and if you'd like to see more paranormal videos, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more paranormal videos. Feel free to leave comments in the section below letting us know what you thought of the investigation and what your opinions are on certain evidence.